Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Welcome. Come on in the room. Welcome to another day, another week, brother, with KB Michelle Green, yours truly. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm here to talk to you about business secrets and strategies today. And we are going to get right into it. But before we do, let's give a shout out to our viewing platform. Listen, we are viewed by CTR Media Network. Actually, we are streamed by CTR Media Network, and CTR Media Network is a platform that allows us to stream to over 3.6 billion viewers all over the world in 175 countries. That's right. And we are super excited to be a part of this network. If you have a message, if you have a business, if you have an idea that you want to get out into the world, then you need to go over to www.ctr Media Network and get connected with them today. Listen, my name again is KB Michelle Green. If this is your first time watching, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a person who is interested in learning how to do business the right way, will never ever miss another episode of the KBBU Business Secrets and Strategy Show with yours truly. So, listen. If this is your first time watching and you don't know anything about us, let me just give you some information. First of all, you can go anywhere and look us up. That's Kingdom Builders Business University, or AKA KBBU LLC.com. You can go everywhere and find us. We are all over the place. You can pull up KB Michelle Green, and you can also find all of the Kingdom Builders brands, because that's what KB stands for. I am the Kingdom Builders empire. That's basically what it is. So I have the brand of Kingdom Builders, and my name is Michelle Green, also known as KB Michelle Green. So if you're trying to figure out like who we are, you can go pretty much anywhere and find us everywhere, because we are there. And if we're not there, just know that we're coming. Okay. We're getting ready to show up on that platform as well. But anywho, what I want to say about Kingdom Builders Business University is we are a business school that is designed for entrepreneurs. We are designed for elite entrepreneurs. That's what we call our students in our program. And the reason why we call them elite entrepreneurs is because in this university, it is very different from your average business school. When you think about a business school, you want to learn how to do business. You want to be able to not just get education, but you also want to be able to implement the things that you learn. A lot of times when we go to school, or we take a course, or we go and decide that we're going to follow a mentor, we don't have hands-on access to that mentor, to that instructor, to the person who is teaching the course, or anything of that nature. We can only see them on a webinar. We can only see them in, kind of like, they're in the forefront, but we don't actually have a chance to really reach out and touch them personally. So with Kingdom Builders Business University, this is not how we do things. We do things where we connect with you directly. We meet with you in a one-on-one strategy session. We set up appointments with you personally and with a group of other entrepreneurs from all over the world. So it could be someone that is sitting right here in the state of South Carolina, or it could be someone that is in a whole nother city, a whole nother state, a whole nother nation. That's right. So you never ever know who's going to be a part of your course, who's going to be a part of your group sessions, and you have the ability to include yourself in an individual session. Let me just break down for just a second exactly what those courses pertain. So, when we look at the three opportunities that you have here at Kingdom Builders Business University, first of all, we have the associate certification, which is your beginning stage level. So, if you are a beginner, maybe you have a business idea and you're thinking about, okay, well, I got this idea and I don't really have a name of a company yet. Or if you already have a business and you have been operating that business for a little while or a long period of time, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you want to get involved into the associate certification. An associate certification here at Kingdom Builders Business University is going to allow you to be able to get the basic information on a fast track level. So basically, we will focus on the same things that we will focus on the advanced level, but in a different way so that you can get the information, implement the information, and be able to flourish in your business. Now, that's the first tier. So, the associate certification is where some of you may want to begin. Then we have the bachelor certification. Now, the bachelor certification is very much more intense. It's where we are going to get into business setup. We're going to talk about business security. We're going to dive into business money. We're going to dive into business credit and business funding. That's right. We help you with being able to position yourself for getting the money and the finances, the equipment, the resources, all of the things that you need in order for you to flourish as a business owner, in order for you to expand and get to the point where you're leaving a legacy for your family and for those who you want to leave a legacy for. We teach you how to build wealth as a business. I myself have been in the business industry for over 30 plus years. And I started when I was 19 years old as a financial strategist, educator, advisor. So when I say that you are getting information from someone who has the experience, I am saying to you that you are getting the experience as well as the knowledge, the information, the understanding, and in so many other aspects that we can help you as a business owner. So the bachelor certification, you're also going to have included the business management, the automations, artificial intelligence, as well as business marketing, business media, and business sales. So I don't want you to think about this business certification as something that is just, oh, it's any old thing and I can go online and I can look up the details of this. Baby, let me tell you right now, this is nothing like that. Okay, you can look up a lot of information online, but do you understand it? Do you know how to apply it? Do you know if it's something that is even necessary for you to have as a business owner? So when we say that we are going to go all the way in and help you to strategize and help you to understand the things that you need to understand about your company, that is exactly what we are going to do. So we want you to make sure that you get into either the associate certification or the bachelor certification at KBBU. And then for those of us who have been already through the KBBU certification of bachelor's class, listen, the bachelor's class, the alumni, the elite alumni that have graduated from the bachelor's courses, and we have over 500 students that have already completed certification here at KBBU over the years since we started in 2018. Listen, we have those students availability to go into the VIP master's class. That's right, very important people master's class. And I say very important people because their curriculum is a whole different setup. When I say if you have already graduated from KBBU and you may not have been connected with us for maybe a few months, maybe a few years, then you definitely want to go ahead and elevate your education and your understanding, as well as the action steps that it's going to take for your business to elevate by going into the VIP Masters class. The VIP Masters class is also a class that we offer for a 6-month period of time. All of our courses are for 6 months, 5 to 6 months at a time. And what we do by the time you graduate, not only will you get your certification, but you will have the ability to be able to run your business on a tier that you never even dreamed of. That's right. You will be able to do the things that you really need to do because then you will understand what it is that it takes in order for you to be able to take it to the next level. That's right. So when we say that you need to go ahead and get into one of the courses, the associate certification is the beginning level, the advanced level is going to be your bachelor certification, and the master certification is the VIP master's certification class that we have. Listen, you need to get into one of those classes depending on where you are in life, in business, so that you can get the secrets and the strategies that you need and well deserve of, because you have taken the leap of faith to be able to be a business owner. That's right. You decided that you wanted to jump out there and you wanted to be a person that's going to make a difference with a product or service that you offer. That's really important for you to understand. Like, you didn't just do any old thing like everybody else did. You stepped out and decided to do something that was greater and better than what most people are willing to do. And I'm not saying that it's better in the sense that you're better than they are. I'm just saying that it's something that takes your level of understanding of how to really spread yourself across this world and be able to give something that is a part of your gift, your skill, or your talent to the world. This is what I mean by better, because a lot of us are stuck into a realm of just average and ordinary thinking. We're stuck into a realm of just doing things the regular old way. We're stuck into a realm of deciding that, we're just going to follow what everybody else is doing. So we're going to work a job, or we're going to have a business, but we're not really focused on that business the way that we should. And we just kind of allow things to happen to us as business owners. That is not the arena that you should be thinking in. Your realm of thinking should be understanding, number one, what is your vision for your business? What are the things that led you to go into business in the first place? Is it a passion? Is it something that makes you cry? Is it something that you are so passionate about that you will be willing to go to jail for? Is it something that you'll be willing to die for? See, if this is the case of your business, then you are on the right track. If you said, no, I'm not willing to go to jail, I'm not willing to die, and I'm not willing to like give my life for it, I'm not willing to go all out and go beyond the extreme measures for the business, then you need to decide on if this is really something that you are called to do. Is this something that you have just decided to take on because you want some money, just because you want more money, just because you want to expand your income? Or is it something that you're really passionate about, something that will really cause you to go all out, to give up pretty much almost everything in order for you to make sure that this is given away to people as a service or a product? And if the answer, again, like I said earlier, is no, then you want to reconsider. Is this the right type of business that you need to be in? Or is it even something that you should be doing? There are plenty of us who have the position of working as an employee. There is absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. And even if you do want to remain a business owner, you have the opportunity of being an independent contractor, because an independent contractor is not necessarily an employee. It is a person who is contracted based on their particular skill, gift, or talent. So maybe you have a product or service that you offer as a skill, gift, or talent that maybe can be employed by a major company, and that may be the path that you want to take. I'm here to tell you that everybody is not cut out to be an entrepreneur. Everybody does not have the discipline, does not have the skill set, does not have the ability to be able to go forward full time as an entrepreneur. So, what I'm giving you right now are some strategies to help you to understand. Number one, what is your purpose? What is the vision for your company? If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, if you are a solopreneur, however, we don't really necessarily want you to be a solopreneur, but if you are, you are. And we can take that from a solopreneur to an actual business owner. But the thing is, if you are answering any of these questions to a degree that you feel like, I'm not really feeling the passion, I don't really know about this product or service that I'm offering, and I don't really feel like doing this all the time, then you really want to reconsider. Get into one of our private sessions so that we can talk about what is it that you really need to do as far as changing the way that your business is flowing. And maybe you need a different industry that you can go into as a business owner. Maybe there is a different type of product or service that needs to be implemented, added, an accessory, or a total change altogether. You don't know until you begin to ask the right questions. And here is where I am asking you, is this really something that you'd be willing to go all out for? And if the answer is no, then you definitely want to give us a call or go to our website. That's www.kbbullc.com. You see it below, or give us a call at 855 KBBU LLC so that we can get into a private session and get into the details as to why this issue has come up in your business life and you are not doing the things that you are supposed to do. That's right. KBBU is all about helping you to find your identity. We are all about helping you to understand exactly what it is that you have been created on this earth to do. And we can help you find those things. We can help you find the field, the industry, the particular product or service, and help you to enhance it, improve it, and to change it to a degree that you would be very successful as a business owner. But these are the hard questions that we got to ask ourselves. Are you doing this for the right reason? Are you doing this just because of money? Are you doing it because this is something that you love? Okay, so we got to find that out first, and that's where we start. So today I was just thinking, as business secrets, what are some of the things that we have questions about as business owners? When I think about business secrets, I think that the number one thing that we always want to know about is, how do we become a successful business owner? Well, I want to lay down some foundational principles that I have established over the years of being an entrepreneur. And I want to give those particular principles to you to begin to put in place for your own life. So, one of the number one things that we are crazy about here at KBBU is character development. We are crazy about character development. And when I say crazy, we literally go all the way in as it relates to our character. So, in other words, we have values, we have morals, we have ethical behaviors that we stick to. So, as it relates to my life personally, as an entrepreneur, being in business for over 30 plus years now, I will tell you that when I first started as an entrepreneur, no, I did not have the particular morals, values, the understanding of character that I have right now. And that will change as I go forward, as I get older, as business changes, as things begin to develop and move up to a higher tier. It's always going to be that there is going to be change. So, two things that I want you to take away from today's message is, number one, that you have to understand that there's always going to be change. Okay. Number one is that you always need to understand that you yourself, as a business owner, you are going to change the way that you think. You're going to change because of the experience that you have. You're going to change because of the unexpected things that may happen and pop up in your life. You're going to change because nothing remains exactly the same. So, as a business owner, let's make sure that we are writing down that we have to adapt to change. The more that you can adapt to change, the more that you can stay the same. And when I say stay the same, what I'm referring to is, if you have a mindset that you're gonna always, and I mean gonna always have to encounter some sort of change in your life, in your business, then you will consistently be ready to make that change when the time comes. So it will allow you to be consistently the same. It will allow you to be the same, to accept the change that is going to happen down the road. So it'll make your life a lot easier, because see, here's the problem. Most of us, when we enter into business, we tend to start doing things a certain way. We get into a routine, we get into a system of flow, and we think that that system and flow is going to last that way forever. And if we decide to make any changes, we think that that's going to uproot our business, it's going to throw everything into a frenzy, and it's going to allow us to lose money more than it is going to allow us to grow and make more money. So, this is one of the biggest issues of a lie that I can ever explain as being a business owner. When I say that your business has to change, you have to change with the times. Let's take, for example, artificial intelligence that's going around right now. You have artificial intelligence on every crack and corner, every crevice. It's there and it's there to stay. So, as a business owner, if you are not engaged in artificial intelligence, if you don't know how to operate artificial intelligence, if you don't have the understanding of how to program the system of artificial intelligence, if you don't have any affiliation with artificial intelligence because maybe it's just a fear of yours and you don't understand how to implement artificial intelligence into your business right now, then that's going to cause you to be way further behind as a business owner. When I say way further behind, because with artificial intelligence, it is a tool. It is not a human being. It is not a person that you're talking to, even though it may seem like it's a person because you might be taking the advice from artificial intelligence that is telling you, and you're also taking the emotional or the intellectual side of it, and you're combining that with a human being as though someone is talking to you personally. But it is a machine. It is a robot. It is something that is a system, a tool that you use specifically for the purpose of being able to enhance your ability to get your business information out there. So how are you represented? How do you explain what it is that you do? How do you tell a grantor or lender exactly what your business is all about so that they will be willing to give you the money? So this is the reason why artificial intelligence, for example, is something that we need to adapt to the changes for our business lifestyle. We need to adapt to the changes, because if we don't adapt to the changes, then you're going to have people that are going to know how to use artificial intelligence, be able to implement the tool that it is, and to be able to take all the money, the resources, the equipment, the furniture, the appliances, whatever it is that you need for your organization to flourish and grow. They are the ones that are going to be able to get the information and get the funding, get the knowledge, get the credit, get whatever it is, the loans, get the real estate, all of it. They will be able to get that because they know how to adapt to change. So, like I said before, we got to understand that we are always going to have to deal with changes. Number two, we got to understand that as a foundation, one of the business secrets that I've carried throughout the years is understanding that my character has to develop. It has to develop into something better. I have to get better at what are my morals and values. If I decided that as a business owner that I would not be a honest business owner, that I would try to swindle people, that I would try to take advantage of people by taking their money and not providing a service, then guess what's going to happen? I'm not going to be in business that long. So, as a character development, even if it's some mistake that you overlooked as a business owner, you didn't mean to maybe take more money than what you actually receive from a client, and or maybe you have a service or a product that you actually did not produce for them and they are looking crazy. Like, is that the particular type of character or the particular type of ethical values and morals that you live by as a business owner? Listen, those things can change. Those things can be adjusted and developed. So I want you to understand that these two major things are really crucial. It's really crucial for your business success, because if you don't have any morals, values, if you don't have any particular things in place that you live by as a business owner, to say that as a business owner, I'm going to be honest. As a business owner, I'm not going to overcharge people. As a business owner, I'm not going to not provide my service and product to my client and just expect them to continue to do business with me and give me a good reputation and refer people to me. You have to set boundaries. Those are some basic core principles that you can implement as a business owner to make sure that you have success for your future. Now, another big thing is that when the funding, when the money starts coming in, when the clients are paying consecutively, one of the things that we tend to do is forget about our customers, forgetting about the actual product or service and how that is being provided to our clientele is a third thing that we really need to take into consideration. And it still falls under character, because it's so easy for us to get into a routine of being comfortable, in the routine of receiving the money, of routine of actually receiving the grants and all of the things that we need as a business owner, and just focusing on our vendors, our suppliers, and the people that are our grantors or our lenders, instead of the actual clientele, which is the whole reason why we started the business in the first place. So I want you to understand today that out of the three principles, you have to value how you're going to value your customer. You have to make that a core principle of your character. You have to understand that even you as a person, would you buy from you? Would you actually want to go through the process or the procedure as a customer of your own company? And if your answer is no, then that's definitely a room for a character development. So that's a place where you can start to really begin to shift and change your business, because you know that if you yourself wouldn't want your product or service, or the procedure that it takes for it to go through to get your product or service, if there is a problem there, is there is a breakdown where it's too slow of a process, or maybe it's not a quality of service, or maybe it's just not honest like you said it would be as you advertised it, let's just understand that there is room for improvement. And that is the third thing that I want you to take away from being a business owner, as a secret for your particular business, that you can develop your character. And by developing your character, you can set a set of principles, values, morals, things that you will be able to always improve upon for your company. You need to definitely sit down today. Let's write out the things that we have talked about. Number one is the fact that you need to decide, is this really something that you are passionate about? Is this something that you really want to do? Is this something that you're willing to risk pretty much everything for? If it isn't, then let's start with deciding on if this is really a road that you really should take as an entrepreneur. Should you go back and be maybe an independent contractor and provide just a skill set, gift, or talent? Or if you maybe even should go back into the employment industry and just work for someone until you can figure out exactly what it is that you want to do. We don't need to waste time and lose money. So we need to make sure that we are doing that first. The second thing we got to do is understand that we got to accept the change. We have to accept the change because business is all about changing. I remember working at Verizon for about 5 years, Verizon Wireless, and then working at Verizon Wireless, we had changes that came down the line every single day. I mean, something was always shifting and changing. So if you can adapt to change, and that can become a normal procedure for your life, where it's consistently accepted that changes are going to be made, that even if you do have a system where you have a flow of things, there's always a way to make it better. There's always a way to change it to where you can get a more profitable value out of your company. Okay, so let's accept that as number two. And number three, which is the foundation of it all, personally, that I feel is character development. Do you have the right morals and values in place? Have you ever sat down and written out, or let's say even reviewed the Better Business Bureau's principles or guidelines to the reason why they are the Better Business Bureau? When I say Better Business Bureau, we're talking about the rules, the outline, the character that you need as a business owner. So if you've never gone to the Better Business Bureau and looked up what things that the Better Business Bureau believes in and stands for, then that will be a great start for you to begin to make a list of the things that you want to implement as a business owner. Are you an honest person? Are you going to try to take people's money intentionally? Or if you make a mistake, how are you going to correct it? If you are looking at a particular product or service and the procedure of how long it takes for your customer to get that product or service, would you yourself want to be your own customer? Those are the kind of character developments that we can work on every single day in order for us to become better business owners. So I hope that you have learned something today, taken away something that you can actually apply to your business, because these are not things that most people talk about. When I see most business owners, especially coaches, people who are leading individuals into, I don't know exactly where they're leading them, but when they're leading them into a course or some type of training module, or they're just leading them, they usually don't talk about character development. They usually leave the ethics out of the equation, but the ethics I found after being in business for over 30 plus years are the foundational core of everything that you need as a business owner. So if you are trying to have a successful business and you're trying to last for the long haul, I'm telling you right now, make sure that you implement these three things, but especially and most importantly, character development. Develop your character. Have some ethics, have some morals, have some values that are strictly going to be lived out in every situation and every scenario that you will encounter as a business owner. Listen, thank you guys for watching us today. We are so excited that you have joined us. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you will never ever miss another episode of the KBBU show with yours truly, KB Michelle Green. That's right, the Kingdom Builders brand, honey. The Kingdom Builders brand. That's right. We here have business secrets and strategies for yours. For you in particular, the elite entrepreneur, where we help you to exponentially be empowered to have excellence in your business as an elite entrepreneur. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, boy.